Well, now in addition to creating and changing the font type and size, we can add emphasis by adding a few other effects. Let's scroll down a little bit and we'll go to A31 and we want to make that bold. Well, all we have to do is click the bold icon and this will work like a toggle. It'll turn on and off. And the keyboard shortcut for that is Command B, so you can have a quick way to do that. The next effect we have is italicized, and that's the next icon underneath the font group. I can click that just like the bold, and I can also do Command I, which toggles italics on and off. Another effect we're going to look at is underline. You just click that and that'll underline the text. Now the next one we want to look at is a strike through. Sometimes that's available on the ribbons, sometimes it isn't. Depends on what other things are showing on your screen and how big Excel is. But we can show you how to go and find anything that may or may not be on your ribbons. We want to put a strike through on this line. So a good case for this is if you wanted to signify that something was done or something was canceled but didn't want to actually delete it, you might just want to put a strike through that font. So here we can go to our Format menu and click on the Cells dialog. And in our Font tab of the Cells dialog, you see we have more effects than we had initially. We've got a strike through, a superscript, a subscript, outline, and shadow. Let's do the strike through and click OK. And now you see that indeed it struck through that record. Now we'll go to row 35. We want to put a superscript on there. Maybe we've got a footnote down below we want to reference. So again, we'll go to the Format and Cells dialog and do superscript and click OK. Well, that's not exactly what I had in mind. I think with the superscript, you want the text to be the regular size and you just want the number to be superscripted. Let's do a Command Z to undo what we did, and we'll show you how to do that. Up till now, all the font characteristics we've done, we've applied to the entire cell. What we can do is apply it just to one particular bit of text within a cell. And to do that, I'll go to my formula bar and I'll highlight the text that I want to affect. And then I'll go to my Format, Cells, and do my superscript. It only superscripted the part of the text that I highlighted. If you look in the formula bar, it's interesting because it all still shows the same size. But in my cells, I only got the superscript. Let's try the same thing for subscript. I'll just highlight the 2. Then I'll go to Format, Cells, and I'll do subscript. And again, because I highlighted the 2, it's going to subscript all by itself. And we'll just show you what the outline and shadow look like. Now let's add some colors to our fonts and cells that they're in. Although colors can be fun, try not to go too crazy. Choose a color scheme with a pleasing and distinctive contrast, and try not to use every color under the rainbow in a single workbook. It can begin to distract from what you're trying to communicate. For a soft contrast, we'll try a gray background and a purple text. So up here, my cells, I can click the paint bucket. That's going to be the background of the cell. And if I click the drop down, I can go down and find a gray. And then in the colors, I'll go down here and find a softer purple color. And it'll be a really soft, maybe that's a comment or something that's lighter emphasis. For the next one, I'm going to do a blue background and a yellow text. This will provide a really sharp contrast for you. I find this color scheme works really well for column headers and places you really want emphasis, but it's not an alarming color scheme, so it shouldn't be used to signify an error or anything like that. Which leads us to our next color scheme, the red background with the orange text. I can go in here and make a red background and give it an orange text. Now that would signify some kind of error. It's red, it's going to jump out right away. Then you can read the text inside there and figure out what was going on.